Hello everybody, welcome back to Oud Treasure. This is Steven. If you saw the last video, I made a video talking about a fragrance line from Japan called Nile Fragrances. It's a new fragrance line, or they've been around for just a couple years. And I got the tobacco fragrance and I thought it was so awesome that I've picked up a handful of other ones. And I shot that video about 2 or 3 months ago. And since that time, I've picked up a few other great ones. So instead of adding to that video, I'm just making this a separate video to go as a part 2 to the part 1 Nile Fragrances video. In case you missed it, Nile Fragrances, these are 50 ml bottles. They sell for around $20 on Amazon.com in Japan. So they're about 2,800 yen. And I don't think they're sold anywhere else outside Japan because this is a Japanese fragrance line. They make other things too. They make cosmetics for men, cosmetics for women. And most of these fragrances are in the unisex type. They're unisex fragrances. I thought they'd be more masculine. They're not. They're leaning more feminine in my opinion. Let me tell you about a few more that I've picked up here, starting with this one here, Oud Chill. I just thought the name was cool. I thought it would be a good fragrance. I do like oud fragrances. And you can see the notes right here. That's what's cool about these labels. You have the name, you have the size. You have it shows the notes, the top, the middle, and the base notes. Can you see that? Anytime you want to read something, just hit pause because I kind of chop it up to make the video go by quicker. Since November 2023. Version 1.02. Not sure if this is the first version or if that means it's the second version of this. I don't think I've seen any 1.01 versions yet. They got the Japanese sticker, of course made in Japan, so you need the product information in Japanese for the customers here to read. And this one, it's kind of disappointing in that it is a masculine scent. It does lean to masculine unisex. But it's not really an oud fragrance. This one is more like, it's kind of like an herbal fragrance. I pick up more of the elemi, the patchouli. The amber stands out, but the oud and the rose, I really don't notice it that much. So this doesn't really smell like a typical oud fragrance that we would be familiar with, at least in the States or in Europe. It's not like a heavy oud Middle Eastern fragrance, of course not. I can't really describe this much better and tell you what this smells like. I've talked about Zara Hardan leather or Jardin leather, which is kind of like a unisex aramis. It's not as spicy and it's very earthy, and that's kind of what this is. So it doesn't really rub me the right way. This one I talked about already, green tea. I talked about in the last video. This was a new one that I got. And here's what the recent boxes look like. You could see green tea, 50 ml. Nice looking boxes. One thing I did notice, here are 2 different boxes. There's a different size to them. So they're still kind of working out their packaging to get it consistent. I really don't care. The boxes look nice. If you look at the last video, the boxes were very just plain and white and generic looking. This one, I have little, I sprayed them on little paper cards here. It does smell like green tea. You can see, of course, green tea, clary sage are in the middle notes. The top notes, bergamot, lemon, petitgrain, musk, amber, cedarwood. It's just kind of underwhelming. I mean, yes, it does smell like green tea. You ever get a green tea latte and smell that? That's what this smells like. It's just not that strong. It's very light. So if you ever want to lightly smell like green tea or layer something that you want to smell like green tea, then you have this one. Let's go to Pour Homme. I got this one because it says Pour Homme, and I was just curious. Bergamot, petitgrain, and rosemary. Clary sage. You see a pattern with these fragrances? They all seem to have bergamot, petitgrain, clary sage, geranium, musk, tree moss, and cedarwood. I wonder what the difference is between tree moss and oak moss. Maybe it's the same thing. Smell this one. And by the way, the colors are really nice. See that? All the different colors. This light blue one. This is a take on a classic masculine scent from the 80s and the 90s, guys. This is actually pretty cool. This reminds me of stuff like Calvin Klein Eternity. It's nothing really heavy. It doesn't smell like azzaro Pour Homme. It could smell like something like Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. It's not a heavy lemony scent like Yves Saint Laurent Pour Homme or Armani Pour Homme, but it's somewhere, I would say it's like a light version of Paco Rabanne Pour Homme. That's what this reminds me of. And the you know, it's got the tree moss in it. It's not, of course, not real oak moss, but it's pretty good. In fact, I'm going to spray this on right now. The sprayers are great. They're pressurized sprayers. Look at that. And this is good stuff. So Pour Homme, it's not that strong, but it's fine. It's work safe. You can wear it anywhere. And it's reminiscent of a classic, I would just say 90s masculine scent. Yeah, there's nothing sweet about this one. Tobacco, this one I had in the last video, but it was a previous version. Actually, this is the new box for tobacco. It has the brochure inside with the samples. It has the fragrances that it has in the line currently. They get rid of some fragrances, they discontinue some, and then they add some. What's different about this is version 1.03. The last one was 1.02. So they show you the reformulations. I tried this one, guys. This, I can't really tell a difference between this and the last one. This is just as fantastic as the last one. This is the first Nile fragrance that I ever got. And by the way, guys, these are, they're all used. I bought them used. They're nearly full. You can see that this one is like the most used one. Look at this one. Look how full this one is. Right? I mean, that is like brand new. And these were like 10, 12, or 15 bucks I paid for these. And tobacco is just amazing. I mean, this is like, it's like Mugler's Pure Havane, but it's not a honeyed sweetness. The sweetness comes from red apple. Red apple, powdery notes in the top, the middle, tobacco, sandalwood, and cacao. And the last, or base notes, vanilla, tonka bean, and musk. It's just a slightly sweet, not like a tobacco vanille sweet, but like a soft tobacco that to me smells like a freshly rolled cigar with a tiny bit of apple sweetness or fruit sweetness. This is so impressive. The performance is amazing. It's like you can smell it the next day. What a find for $20 or less, this 50 ml. This could be a niche fragrance. That's how much I like this one. And I don't know what they did with the reformulation. I can't tell the difference, but it's fantastic. And finally, here is another fantastic one that I really like. Vanilla Brandy, you gotta love the name on this one. Plum, jasmine, and freesia. Middle notes of vanilla, amber, and patchouli. You have a labdanum or labdanum. I don't know how to pronounce that the right way. Musk and cashmere wood. What's the difference between cashmerean and cashmere wood? I'd like to know, guys. Let me know in the comments when I ask these questions. They're not always rhetorical questions, guys. If you have the answer to my questions, let me know in the comments. Add some value to the video for anybody else who was wondering. Version 1.02. You know what this smells like? This reminds me of, this is like a 90% a clone or reminds me of Bath & Body Works Mahogany Woods. That's what it smells like. If you know mahogany woods, I don't think that would be a surprise. The vanilla mixed with the cashmere wood. I mean, it does smell woody, of course. It's not heavy woody. The plum, I don't really pick up the plum or the jasmine. That's just what this reminds me of. I do have a video about mahogany woods. I don't have that bottle anymore. I gave it to a friend, so I'm just going off of memory, but that's what this reminds me of, like 90%. Fantastic. I think this was, I don't know, 16 or 17 bucks. This is a new one in the line. These are going for even $20 used. People are buying these to, it's something new. They want to try them out. The performance is okay. It's not as good as tobacco, but it's pretty good. It's 4 to 6 hours. It's definitely something that is better in the cooler weather, but it's just beautiful. It says brandy, but there's no boozy notes in it, but it's just a wonderful fragrance. And yeah, that's about it for now. The other ones I want to try in this line, there's one that's called Bachelor, and I think that one might be something like Dior Sauvage. And there's another one called Citrus Homme or Citrus Pour Homme. Those are the only two that I want to try. If I pick those two up and maybe another one, I might just do another video to show what those smell like. Hey guys, coming into the video from the future, I did get another one. I didn't get Bachelor. I really wanted to get that one and try it out, but I did get this one, guys. I got Citrus Homme, And I tried this out already, just tell you what this one is like. You can see the notes on it right there. Bergamot, jasmine, juniper, neroli, rosemary, and powdery notes, vetiver, musk, moss, and amber. And this one is it's kind of your typical neroli citrus fragrance. It's got the masculine base notes, and then when you have that neroli citrus combination, it's a little bit sweet or a floral citrus. Think of that classic fragrance 4711, or is it called 4711? That's one of the oldest, most famous fragrances out there. Something like Tom Ford Neroli Portofino. I also think about Ferrari Bright Neroli. What's that one from Marius? Bulgari Neroli Woods. That's what this is. I sprayed it on my hand, my arm right here, and I wore it today. It's not really that strong. The performance isn't anything crazy, and I guess that's to be expected. It's unfortunate. It does smell nice when it dries down. You can smell that neroli. And this is just a nice out-of-the-shower, fresh type fragrance. This isn't something that you're going out to wear with friends on a night out in the town, because in a half an hour, you barely can smell it anymore. Maybe other people can smell it on you. That's a disadvantage to trying and smelling fragrances alone. You don't know what it smells like on another person, but a very pleasant fragrance nonetheless. I paid about $7 or $8 for this thing, and it's full. The seller said that they sprayed it once and didn't like the scent. 1,400 Japanese yen. And that's it for this one. It's a good one, but I'm not going to go crazy over this one. I still love tobacco and the vanilla brandy. Those are my two favorites, and I still want to try the Bachelor. You can look these up on Fragrantica. Fragrantica does have these listed. There's not a lot of information there, guys, because Japanese people are not going to Fragrantica and putting their comments. If you do search Japan Amazon, you can read the comments there if you use translation. But the comments from Japanese people, it's a different culture. How they feel about these fragrances, it might be different than how we feel about fragrances and how we wear them in the West. There might be a lot of people that hate this because it's just too strong for them, but tobacco fans would think that this is a godsend. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. Please leave me a thumbs up. Hit the like button if you did. If you liked the video, appreciate it. And subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I talk about modern fragrances, but I also love to talk about discontinued, vintage, and rare fragrances when they come up. I'm still picking them up at this time. I'm just not buying as much as I used to. I'm trying to scale back a little bit. But I do have some good ones coming down the line after you watch this video for the rest of 2025. I do have some nice vintage finds sprinkled in with modern fragrance videos. Leave me a comment down below if you guys have ever tried these before, or if you have any comments, or just say hi. Catch you guys in the next video in a few days, and until then, take care.